Hello, I'm Jerry Fort, the beer review guy. Getting sprinkled on right now, actually. It's been overcasted like this the entire day. It's looked like the threat of rain all day. Gloomy, gloomy. Makes you want to just curl up somewhere and just go to sleep. Breckenridge. Who all has been to Breckenridge, Colorado? Littleton, Colorado. Been there a few times when I was a kid, living in Colorado. Breckenridge Brewery. This is their Oktoberfest Marzen Lager, and it is a 6% ABV. The date is still good till the end of this year. I've had a few of these Breckenridge Brewery beers, not their Oktoberfest. I looked it up, have not done this one. So this is my last Oktoberfest that I have out of that bunch that I got a couple weeks ago. Maybe even more than that. Anyway, it's my last Oktoberfest I got. So I thought I'd do it today. Been really busy at work. The boss has got me back in the hallways painting pillars and window frames and lots of repairs, you know. Hallways get banged up. They hit them with machines and carts and stuff. Corners are bashed and stuff like that. Smells pretty Oktoberfest-like. There's that color. See that color a lot. Typical Oktoberfest color. Ooh. Nice khaki tannish head. It's got some froth to it, some real fine foamage. It's got some nice foamability. There. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Kind of has a decadent look to the head there. Has a nice woody, oaky kind of an aroma. Smells a little sweet. Got some of that brown bread crust. It's a typical aroma that I get. Brownish, yeasty, bready aroma. Sometimes I get a molasses kind of an aroma, sweetness type of a molasses. This one has it in there slightly. Smells good. The rain is making it, the sprinkles are making it through the umbrella. I got the umbrella up, but still getting past it. So after this review, I got just a quick little story. Won't take but a minute. Okay, this smells really good. Let's give it a try. Man, it's really coming down now. Pick it up. Ooh, nice, sweet, big woody, oaky kind of taste to it. It's got that, you know, that what I always say, the barrel aged kind of a taste, kind of a flavor to it. It's nice. It's got a medium body on it, light carbonation, big flavors. Wow, that's good. Yeah. That is good. It's got a little bit of barley malt bitterness on the back end, on the aftertaste. Kind of lingers. It's a pretty good quality Oktoberfest there. I spent a good amount of time, some years, excuse me, in Loveland, Colorado. I had a job there. I was 16, 17 years old, maybe, no, about 17 probably. I've told this story before. Not everybody has heard the story. So those of you that heard that story, just fast forward it. You don't need to hear it again. I worked for a music store, a music company, not a music company, a music store called Natural Music. They sold all kinds of instruments in there: pianos, drums, keyboards, synthesizers, you know, acoustic guitars, electric guitar, amplifiers, percussion instruments. Is that what they're called? The cymbals and rattles and crap like that. They're percussion. I think that's what they're called. All that kind of stuff in there, and I was one of two delivery guys. My older brother got me on there, and we were the delivery guys. We deliver baby grand pianos, and both the large and the smaller ones. We do upright pianos. Well, they didn't have a whole lot of uprights. I don't think. We ended up bringing a lot of those back when we would take one. We was picking them up from people that wanted to get rid of them. And my brother was a piano technician. He had a certification. He had schooling, how to, you know, work on pianos, tune them, shave the hammers, replace the key ivories and stuff like that. He could do all that kind of stuff. So he'd work on them, and then they'd sell them as a used piano or something like that, if I remember right. But yeah, we'd load them up in a big truck, and we'd go all around Colorado. Fort Collins, which was where I used to cruise. Greeley, Longmont. We'd go to Estes Park. We would go to, I think we went to Grand Junction once. Estes Park maybe once or twice. We'd even go over in Wyoming. Did a couple, 2 or 3 trips over there. Go to Denver. Went there maybe twice. That's really good. That is really good. I like that. That's pretty much it for the review. That's pretty basic Oktoberfest. A really good quality one. My score would be it's pretty good. I'd say 9.5. 9.5 on it. Yeah, I like it. It's very flavorful. Good quality. But there's the review. So now the quick little story. Today, I'm in the hallway at work, working. I've been painting. I painted some pillars the day before, and I'm cutting the tape off the cove base, you know, because I tape off the cove base so that I don't get paint on them. I'm cutting it, you know, taking the tape off. And somebody behind me says, "Oh, come on, you don't know how to paint. You're not a painter." I was like, without looking at the guy, I was like, I must know this person by them talking to me like that, you know. I turn around and it's just some student talking to me like that. And I was like, oh, okay. So you're a painter? You know how to paint? Oh yeah, I'm really good painter. I could do better job than what you're doing there. I can cut in, just freehand and all this. I've been painting for 10 years. I do construction type or general contractor painting. All this and that, and he's just going on about it. And yeah, 10 years he's been doing it. I was like, wow, that's impressive. Wow. I just was grinning at him. Like, then he says, yeah, I told another guy that I saw painting. I don't know where he was talking about. I almost thought he's talking about someone on our campus, but I'm the only painter, so I don't know who the heck he's talking about. Unless it was one of our Hispanic guys, one of our contractors that comes there to help out. Maybe he said it to him or something. He says he said that to him, like he's not a painter, and he said the guy just looked at him like, just stared at him like, what's wrong with you, man? I said, well, some people take it offensively and some don't. I don't know the kid. I don't know what he can do. It's coming down out here. So I can't say that he's not a better painter than me. He may be. He says, yeah, I have all kinds of experience. I can run, back loaders, front loaders, bulldozers, all kinds of, that kind of big equipment. Run all that. I said, well, that's pretty cool. I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. All I can run is a forklift and drive a dump truck. That's about it. But yeah, he was going on about it, and I was just talking to him. I said, because he had this kind of a colorful shirt on. It looked like looked like a painting. And I said, do you do that kind of painting too? Do you do like artwork type stuff? He said, no, I don't do that. Sometimes when I'm like working on cabinets, I can kind of get creative, and I'm like, oh, you can paint cabinets too? He says, yeah, I can paint cabinets. I don't like painting cabinets. I've painted them latex and I've done oil base, and I don't really enjoy it. I didn't tell him that, but I'm just telling you guys that. I've done a big job with a guy I've known for many years. I haven't seen him in years, but helped him do a side job, and cabinets was the main thing, and it was not fun. But yeah, he went on a little bit longer, and then after that he's like, well, I gotta go. Thanks for your time. I was like, you're welcome. And then about 30 minutes later, I'm painting down low, and somebody walks by me and says, have a good day. And I looked up, oh, was that dude? I said, thanks, you too. Nice kid, a little boastful, but he said he'd been doing it for how many? I think he said 10 years. I've been painting since '97, a little bit longer than him. He's a young buck. I'm an older guy. My hand is not as steady as it used to be, but I still do pretty good. But that was the story I was going to tell you. It's just kind of funny. Okay. Well, yeah, all I have left is four beers that I got at Burton's Liquor that was like $4 something a piece. Fancy beers that they're darker beers. There's porters and stouts in there. I think there's a bourbon barrel aged one in there too. And all those I'm going to want to have them set out for about 45 minutes out of the refrigerator. So I have to do a little planning on those. So I just did this one just to get it done out of the way. Maybe tomorrow I can find an opportunity to do one of those fancy ones. I got to do them sometime. I was trying to decide whether or not to save them, just kind of cellar them, put them in the closet, and wait till next year when I'm doing it, like at the end of every month, and just do, or excuse me, do them then, because they're like 12% ABV. They're gonna be okay. They're the kind you can age. So, but I was like, I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and review them now. But payday's coming up. I got a lot of things to look for. A lot of people making, you know, requests for certain reviews, revisits, to see what I can find. Now the rain's slowing down. Could you guys see it? Could you see the rain? On the campus grounds, we have they have a stream that goes from, excuse my nose itching, from up by the side of the building. It's run on a pump that's pumping the water out of the pond, but it's running the stream all the way down to the pond, and it goes off into like a little waterfall. It's really cool looking. I was thinking about making a video of it, showing you guys, have it arrive, you know, have the video end at the part where it's running off, and it'd be kind of like an ASMR. You could just listen to it over and over again. I don't know if you'd be able to hear it or not. I'm not gonna be able to get down that low with the microphone. But if that sounds like a cool video, let me know and I'll try to make a note to do it, to record the stream. Just kind of video the whole trip that the stream takes all the way down to the pond. Okay, well, I'm going to end it here. I thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Oktoberfest beers, in a way, they're kind of like the style that you can also let sit out for about 45 minutes just to kind of warm up close to room temperature, because it has a lot of darker notes. It's kind of a darkish, kind of amberish kind of a beer. And I notice as I'm, you know, chatting away here, that and it gets a little bit warmer, it's still really good just to drink it like a little bit warmer. So, okay. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I think that's all I had to say. We'll see you all in the next one.